Hello and welcome back to 709 Meridian. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew,
Hello.
and we're right in the middle of our summer of duologies and doing the second half of our current duology, Weekend at Bernie's. This is the 1993 classic, cleverly named Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yes. Yes, it is. Sadly, not TOO.
Right?
All right.
This could have been a 2. This could have been it's Weekend at Bernie's 2, you know?
I feel like if Mannequin had been, well, no, because Mannequin isn't a 2, even though it should be a 2.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
always confused that. I always thought at one point they did call it Mannequin TOO,
Yeah.
but Mandela effect, damn it.
There you go. All right. So
Parallel universes, damn you, Marvel.
the one where Mannequin 2 is a hit, and so Weekend at Bernie's 2 happened sooner. All right, so I just watched this, so I'm raring to go because I know what we're in for.
Oh wow, you just watched it?
Not like 20 minutes ago, but in the last 3 days.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, and the music just starts. TriStar Pictures. Oh yeah. The bullets.
Oh god.
So
This is the Pink Panther intro.
it is a Pink Panther intro. Very much. It turns Bernie into a sort of comic thing, which kind of works. But then the Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman cartoon characters are special. And
oh, there we go.
Yep. It's kind of like
Terry Kiser gets a big credit.
Yep.
There. Hey, it's running down a dream video.
You know.
Hey.
Poor Tom Wright.
Really?
Oh, poor Steve James.
Steve James, yeah.
Poor Trey Bear. Barry Bostwick sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks in this.
The only thing I remember him from are those remember the Parent Trap had sequels?
Parent Trap had sequels. He was also a TV movie dad.
Yeah, he was always a TV movie
dad. Yeah, but
Moment of Truth.
Other than that, it was like, Megaforce, and it's like, this is far more Megaforce. Here you go, Scooby Dog. Checking him out.
He's gonna piss on. Oh no,
no. Huh. You're expecting way
Michael
too much.
Bolton was the production designer. Yeah. Hey, the bouncy island music here.
There's gonna be a lot of bouncy island music.
Didn't.
Falling on the boat.
Right on the boat.
Yep.
Doggone that Bernie, he just keeps on coming.
Okay, so
it would be cool if this is how they got him to the morgue for real.
There's Bernie. So it's 4 years later.
4 years later in a day.
Yep. Andrew McCarthy really leans into the performance this time, which is going to be terrible.
If you notice, he has kind of He's got this Bowery Boys accent every now and then.
Yes, he does. He does try to do an accent.
See,
Yep.
they already got their rhythm going, huh?
Yeah, that's what we can call it. Well, I was thinking how last time you were talking about how like the first one has, a long first act, and we were talking about that. This one's the exact same way. So you got that to look forward to. You've
Oh,
forgotten that.
and it has a different director too.
Yeah.
So
It
they were
doesn't
basically going from script.
it's the writer directed it. So
Yeah.
Robert Klein, yeah. And he's no Ted Kochev.
Uh,
No Ted Kochev. But yeah, they must have seriously thought they might have had something here.
well,
So
this is that Home Alone scratch off. You know,
right.
comedies were big at the time, and they were like, "Hey, Weekend at Bernie's did well, right?"
Did it even do that well, or did it just do pretty good for
It did better than they thought it would do, I think. And then it was a big Riddle and Cable hit,
yeah.
like Mannequin kind of.
Okay, so since signing over Bernie's body in the morgue, Andrew McCarthy, who it looks like is supposed to have a black eye in this first scene from the end of the movie, but they never refer to it. And
Uh,
it like goes away too fast. But he has stolen Bernie's possessions, which will be part of our first act. And now they're in trouble with the internal investigation guy for going to Bernie instead of going to the internal investigation department.
hmm. Very Bostwick with the gecko hair.
Wait for this. Oh God, wait for this sequence. Just wait. Okay, here we go. Okay, get ready to laugh. Wait. Okay, are you gonna laugh? Wait, no, hold on. Wait for it. Oh, that up.
Hey,
Hey, it's physical comedy.
these guys are just like riding a bike.
The guy sitting at the table looks as miserable. He must be. I wonder if it's the producer. It's just like, oh shit. I'm gonna quit making movies and start restaurants. Uh,
Oh, yeah, you could tell the boys went through some training here to get back in.
well, Andrew McCarthy's entire performance, spoiler alert, is just repeats of moments from the first movie with that
Really?
accent. Yep.
Yeah. Uh, eh.
Yep.
Wah, wah, wah.
But now, hold on. There's this introduction of this subplot
Yeah.
that he's got to get him or he'll be in trouble too, which actually has little bearing on the movie.
You better get a hold of those stooges.
Do you like this shot of are the clouds moving? I
Yes.
thought it was a still photo. Maybe
No,
it's,
it was
oh,
actually a
well,
good,
they've
pretty
got
good
some better ones
stock.
later. All right. So that is Gary. What's his
Gary
face?
Jordan. That's back when he
So
was on a different world.
it's unclear why he's in a hip outfit and the other guy's in a suit because the next time they're in the movie, he'll be in the hip outfit too. He'll be Miami Viced up too. So it makes no sense. Or, I mean, obviously it doesn't make any sense, but there's no like continuity between it. Here we
There's
go.
3 duos in this.
Yes, there are.
We're now establishing these two, Steve James and
Tom Wright.
Tom Wright, who also appeared on a different world. Steve James, of course, Kung Fu Joe. I think this was a little before he passed, though.
That's right. He did die young.
Damn it.
So, yeah, they're going to be the Mutt and Jeff of the movie
Yeah.
more than Andrew McCarthy is because they get the whole first act, basically.
Uh,
And they are not going to get to enjoy the carnival at St. Thomas. They're going to be going back to New York City to resurrect Bernie, which is going to take a while. It is going to take a
oh,
while for them to do that.
this is such a 1940s sequel.
Right? Like they really, yeah, they
Just
really.
adding in all this unnecessary shit.
Okay, so for some reason, Richard can't put on his clothes to go out in the middle of the night. And Andrew McCarthy's Herb Tarlick esque attire is really, they're going to
Oh,
up
here
the ante.
that's a Urkel shirt.
It's an Urkel shirt that doesn't even fit. Look at the sleeves.
Yeah, it's all
Like, there's no trivia on this on IMDb, which is unfortunate because
what?
that's sort of there's like a little bit, but there's nothing about like from Andrew McCarthy's book. So presumably he didn't write about this in his
Yeah,
autobiography.
I have to read his book. I read the other one, the one about all the John Hughes movies.
Hmm. Okay, so the plan is they're going to steal Bernie's body and take him. Oh no, they don't know that yet. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Bernie's got an account, and they want to know what the account is. So they're going to break into their old office
Uh,
because the movie needs to be longer.
yeah.
Oh, there's a long plane landing sequence we've got to look forward to. There's
Ugh.
like like they're really dragging this trying to make the 88 minutes. They're really struggling trying to make approximately 90 minutes.
Double scooping. Yeah. Uh, well, Bernie was kind of a known guy, right?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense that they would think he was Bernie.
Right. He would try. You would try to go where Bernie wouldn't go.
Right. Okay, so
And they have made it to New York in
yes.
record time. in cartoon time. All they had to do was step into the next set.
Pretty much. It's like a Marvel movie. They just travel the globe and between a scene and a half. So this happens.
You want to bet they probably thought they were going to make a like spin-off with these two.
100%. 100%.
They're at it again.
They do have a good dance sequence in a second. But
oh wow.
Other than that, I think the thing that upsets me the most about it is the first Bernie's is a good looking movie. This isn't even a good looking movie. Like,
well, you could tell they just kind of, point and shoot. Oh no. Was that a record scratch?
Oh yes, it was.
Jesus. Super 90s fighter.
Uh-huh. So they're gonna take Bernie to a okay, so I didn't understand that joke. He wanted to buy 3 for the Peep Theater, but then Steve James was like, no, only 2. But then Steve James and Bernie are both there. So I don't understand.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, get ready for the spell because it's going to be in at least one more scene after this. And he's going to talk through the whole thing again. I feel so bad for these two.
Yeah, because.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So this actually predates Big Lebowski by a few years, but they had a similar gag. But yeah, so they're going to go through the whole hallway. Oh, this is PG-13, right?
Oh yeah, this is PG-13.
Yeah, because there's going to be some pushing the limit coming up too. Yeah, you don't remember, but
oh,
there's something
now,
for the teenage boy who had to take his little brother to Weekend at Bernie's too.
Now, these guys, if they really, dude wanted that chicken, all he had to do was deck the guy and just snatch it. But then they, conform to just do this.
Well, they also don't find the other chick. Like the other chicken just disappears.
Vanished. Yeah. And yeah, the corpse of Bernie was just still wherever the hell it was.
There's so much with the corpse of Bernie. You have no idea. You don't remember. You have forgotten. In the 92, how many years ago? 30 years ago that we saw this.
Oh god. So yeah, a little backstory.
We saw this in the theater opening day.
We saw this in a theater.
Us and a dead drunk
Oh my god, the body in the back, just
Yep.
us
Yep.
and good old Bernie sitting in the back aisle.
Oh, it was so rough. 93, 94, 95 was really rough for realizing that sequels were
Stuff
gonna,
like this was being made
yeah.
for no fucking reason. Like,
Okay, so
now I think is that Terry Kiser or a dance double?
I don't know. So there's a number of times in this where it seems like it could be Terry Kiser and also that it could not be Terry Kiser.
Yeah,
But that's what a strange thing they do. They do it well.
that
Like
is him though, right there.
yeah, I think it is. He's great in this. Tommy Lee
Yeah.
Jones should have called him up to the stage and given him the Academy Award. Like, see, they had to fist bump because they're not gay. Because
Wolf,
okay,
dummy.
how long do you think it's going to take him to figure out what's going on?
Right?
It actually doesn't take them that long. Like they figure it out by before the end of this scene. Like one of them's just like, well, obviously it's only happening when the music's on, which you would think would be a big deal because there's going to be music all the damn time in this movie. It's not a big deal.
See, now that's the one thing, and I'm thinking too much on this. Like, if Bernie moves, his music plays, then there's music playing in every direction. How does he know which way to go as a
Well,
zombie?
because the spell is going to direct him to the
To where,
fortune.
yeah, where he
Yeah.
needs to go.
So that worked.
Dummy.
Okay. So yeah, now he immediately figures out what's going on, which is nice. Oh,
I
how long have those candles been burning too?
don't know, that floor should be all waxy and shit. Chicken.
I don't believe that a fucking men's room at a nudie theater isn't in use more than that.
Right, this should be, well, if this was rated R, there would be people in the stalls and shit. Do 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 do.
Yep.
Even though he's bones and shit.
All right. So now we're stealing half pennies to put into our own wrong movie. Sorry. Uh, but there's a bunch of this that seems like it's just for trailer shots.
Yeah, I think
Like,
they wanted to give a lot of coverage to those two together in shots.
but they're not really in it that much, right? We've
No,
just spent 10 or 8 minutes away from them.
I get the feeling that was part of the deal.
Yeah. And whenever it's the Nev Campbell Scream 3 dilemma, when you demand to be in something less and the movie's worse, that doesn't make anybody like you more. Like,
This is like Police Academy 3 and 4. You ever watch those? Like, that's when Gutenberg was just on autopilot.
yeah. And you've got like 20-minute sequences with Bobcat Goldthwait and
Yeah, with
shit.
Bobcat and everybody else,
Yeah.
Tackleberry and shit.
Just because like they did not, Steve Gutenberg was not doing it.
Right. He would like show up occasionally and then be part of the end thing.
Okay. So you don't know what's going to happen, but you think that the story is going to start moving along now after 23 minutes?
Oh no.
Yep.
He snatched the boombox.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't try to get it.
oh, I forgot. There's an amazing sequence coming up. Here we go. You know that the director was proud of this.
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah, still not over. Uh, Matrix returns, eat your heart out, like, or whatever. Revolutions was the subway. Okay, so now they're getting out of jail immediately because it was just trespassing. They didn't steal anything, they just used the computer. But there's Hummel.
uh, and look,
Yep.
look at what we have here.
Look who's here. I like how the people in the background are enjoying the shit out of being extras in Weekend at Bernie's too.
Everybody's just reaching for that screen time, just walking all slow. Uh, but nobody steals his shades.
No, of course not. I don't think he has the shades off ever in this one.
No. Well, if the cartoon has them on,
Right. God, do you think they were like, we could do a Weekend at Bernie's cartoon?
I don't think they didn't think of that shit. Remember, there's a problem child cartoon that exists.
I watched the shot of them going into the morgue like 3 times trying to figure out what I was looking for because it was the ADR so bad it doesn't sound like they're walking down the street. Like that's what this movie is like. This movie is like all the bad ADR in the last scene of Weekend at Bernie's as a movie with weird racial stereotypes, and you're just like, 1994 was really late for this, guys. Like, these guys are
Yeah.
like season one night court clients or something, right? Like, when the black chick was on there to look at him funny, like, that was
Right.
1983. We're too far. It's too far to do that. Oh.
Excuse me, Marsha Warfield.
Okay, so this is funny because Richie was like, I've only got clothes for me in there, which means that that's an outfit that Jonathan Silverman supposedly was going to wear.
The hat too, just
Yep,
like that.
the hat too.
They dressed his ass up like Flavor Flav. Only thing missing is the clock.
Yep.
God damn.
Okay, so Andrew McCarthy still has the black eye. Oh, I think there might be some slow motion
Wow.
later. There is. There's another surprise later, another 709 Meridian tie-in surprise in a bit. But they pack him in a suitcase.
Well, look at the dummy.
And I'm just kind of like, okay.
The face is so rubber.
obviously, like, some of this
Eh,
was, people were uneasy about desecration of a corpse, right? And so this one just leans into it
yeah.
400%. And like it loses all the third act shock humor of the first one, where people are finally seeing them do this stuff. Like it's
Mm.
they've just decided to kidnap a corpse and take it down to St. Thomas to get into a
Hey.
deposit box. Like it's I, it's a really stupid idea. Like lots of footage. See that? Why do we see this? Because we're killing seconds here. Look
Come
at how
back
slow
to
that's going.
paradise.
Look at how slow that's going.
Oh, the plane.
Uh-huh. The plane's going so slow. I was like, is it a miniature? Like, nope. But maybe they're trying to tell you that you fly American Airlines down to the US Virgin Islands and you don't need a passport for your next vacation.
Oh, look at that. They
Yep.
don't even notice.
They don't even notice. Uh-huh. So 29 minutes in, the new weekend at Bernie's is the weekend of the weekend at Bernie's is starting.
And we see Bostwick is sitting right next to the damn body.
Yep. Oh, don't. They think this movie was made, this movie's target audience is probably 6 to 7 year olds.
Oh yeah. This is
Like,
the kids who love the first one.
this is
The
some
kids who have older
weird,
brothers and sisters like the first one.
yeah,
So they did this one. This
just
is such
so
a kid,
weird.
it's such a cartoony transition from the first one.
And I'm just like, they must have gotten tax breaks to shoot in St. Thomas, but I can't imagine that they would be happy with this as an advertisement for St. Thomas. Okay, here you go. Here's your scene with
Oh.
Barry Bostwick. Okay, is that important that he establishes his name as Bernie Lomax? No. Okay, here we go. There you go.
Wow.
Yep, newspaper.
Uh,
Can't see me through the newspaper. I wonder if some of it was that they wanted a vacation.
yeah, I'm sure part of it was, hey, I refuse to do this shit in New York again.
Right. Like, why would I do
And
this in North Carolina? Let's go down to the Virgin Islands.
right, and the first one had a kind of
Yeah.
the beach theme. So that's kind of just imagine where they would have gone Bernie's 3. But it wouldn't have been, Silverman and McCarthy, I don't think.
I don't think if any of our joke casting from the last one had been real, I don't think any of those teams would have come back for this one.
Part 2?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Corey's would have done it.
No, because if the Coreys were able to sustain a theatrical release to 1989, we would live in a different universe. Because that was Dream a Little Dream, man. And that like cemented them as direct to video.
Damn that Feldman.
Like, because what is it? License to Drive was a summer comedy, right? Like,
Yeah, that
it
was
was a
88.
real, yeah, it was real. Like,
That was a legit hit, other than the Lost Boys.
yep.
But between the two of them, as a Corey's movie, License to Drive was the hit. And then they give Feldman the lead and Dream a Little Dream, and well,
There's reasons you don't do that.
yep.
Okay, so the sunglasses in the mouth thing. He did it in like one scene in the first movie. There's going to be
Hmm.
a scene where the two of them are walking along, both of them with their sunglasses in the mouth. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's just repeating bits from the first movie. And I
Huh.
don't know why.
That's because they don't. There's nothing here. It's threadbare. There's all
The guy
this.
had 4 years to come up with a sequel. Like, if Weekend at Bernie's 2 took longer than a week to write, that's embarrassing.
Well, it's mostly Bernie gags after a
Once we
while.
finally get to him, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why. So the rest of this shit is secondary.
Oh, we missed that. We missed that. The only reason Jonathan Silverman wants to put on his shorts and go for a swim is because they're boobs. Like, it's like for a 6 year old who's being taken to the movies by their 9 year old brother. Like,
Yeah,
okay, so this is funny. Andrew McCarthy just said that he hasn't been swimming in a while. He was swimming 2 days ago at the end of
right.
Bernie's.
They swam all the way back.
Yep. Okay. Barry
They
Boswitz
had a
just
pretty good time in the last couple of days. Then they
mhm.
went from one beach to another.
Insert shot of the beach when they're at a pool resort thing. Another insert shot. Is that Troy Bear? Yeah.
Yeah, they should have had more of a passage of time go by.
Yep.
Because having this take place directly after the first one,
Does not
it don't
work.
really add up.
So
Troy Bear.
she is going to I don't know. I don't know if I feel worse for her than I do for Steve James and Tom Wright, but it's not. It's a really bad part. Like,
Well, she was on the verge at this point. Uh, I think the only other movie she did this year was Five Heartbeats. She was really up and coming.
uh,
She was around. She was around a lot though.
should have
She was
said
in one of my
no.
favorite episodes of the Cosby Show.
Oh, she should have said no to this. Okay, so Richie can't swim. He forgot in the last 3 days.
Yeah, somehow he forgot.
Now, Jonathan Silverman will not have a romantic interest in this movie, and there will be no reference to Catherine Mary Stewart from the first movie.
Right,
That
she's completely out.
she does
It's
not
almost like
exist.
she never existed. Yeah.
Yes. Here we go. Wait for it.
Wah wah wah.
Yep. Isn't
We'll
that
wear them together
funny? Yep.
like some dummies.
Like Saved by the Bell.
Right, that's some screech shit.
Yep. Oh my God.
Eh,
Okay. So that's part of the disguise that somebody's going to wear to get the safety deposit box.
uh,
But they never describe their plan. So it changes, and you sort of have to catch where it's changed. Okay, pay attention to them because they're in this a lot.
oh no.
Yeah, they're going to be in this quite a bit.
There had to be a couple of locals from New York, huh? New Jersey.
Mhm. Okay, so we entirely miss Larry's date because they don't have the budget for this. And He was terrible.
Oh, shitty date.
She wants to get away from him. And now he's, you know, being suspicious and, predatory.
Yeah.
And what I don't get about it is that this isn't the character in the first one. And it's a very weird development for the character. Like,
Yeah. Whose idea was the switch up?
I think they thought that made Andrew McCarthy funny. I really think that they
Yeah.
like.
He said, "Oh, he killed in the first one."
Yeah. Like sometimes he says stuff and you're like, that's not a catchphrase. Weekend at Bernie's didn't actually have any
No,
catchphrases. It was a
it
movie
was
about
a
moving
dead
a
guy
corpse around. That was the joke. Like,
all over the place.
okay, so Bernie in the fridge can hear the music, and he waited to hear the music until Hummel snuck in, even though it had been playing
The
presumably
whole
all
time.
day. Yes. It
Whoa.
took him that long to get out of there. He's a Romero zombie.
Oof, oof, oof. Oh, the eyes are open.
Yeah, okay.
Bernie Flav. Wouldn't it have been cooler if he actually saw him?
He's gonna act like he has had more. We'll just wait for it. Yes, it would have been.
Well, it would have been like kind of a like the frog on a Looney Tunes. I saw Bernie alive, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Come on."
Okay. Because in the first one he's not a moron. In this one he's a moron. Like,
Yeah, they really revved it up, made him a complete ignoramus.
it's really weird.
And it's to the point where it's like, why does this girl have
Yeah.
sympathy?
Yeah. It's entirely because it's a movie where he
Because they
asked
could have
out
just
the.
considered him from the first movie for this instead of.
Well, I mean, you don't have him doing a bit every 15 seconds, right? Like a fake bit.
But this is what happens when you give your movie to the Feldman. God.
Pretty much. Well, this had to be sort of it for Jonathan Silverman's leading man career, right? Like,
both of them just kind of
yeah,
trailed off after this.
what's his face? McCarthy was already in trouble by this point. Like,
Because after a while, he just did direct-to-video shit
yeah,
too.
yes, he did. But I think, holy shit, Silverman's got 123 credits. Wow.
Well, he's that knocked out that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sleeping exactly the same as he naps in the first movie, too. Like, same. Oh, no, we talked about this last time. Yeah, he did some crappy shit, supporting shit in between they did that 1201 TV movie, then he did this, and this sort of was it. Yep, that's right. Because I mean, he's he's fine. Like
Hmm.
Silverman's fine. Like he could have been a supporting guy.
But that's just it. He's just almost the movie can exist almost without his character if he wasn't just the smart one, you know?
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, this one.
Because all of this is, eh.
So he
It,
just
it
missed seeing Bernie.
yeah, it's a Bernie sequence.
Yeah, it's all.
And it could work with or without him.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't see him anyway.
God, that's right. I forgot.
Oh.
This is the halfway point, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Some of the people are just they're doing the Bernie. How did this not sweep the dance floors in '93?
I'm wondering how they didn't try to get, I don't know, 93. This could have been
Oh,
Vanilla Ice's comeback tie-in.
no,
He
this
could
would
have
have been
done a
a
Bernie dance.
Bernie. The Bernie dance was going to get a CNC Music Factory remix.
Ooh. I don't know. I can see, didn't Vanilla Ice have dreadlocks by 93? He did
Eh.
at some point, didn't he? 94?
Yeah, when he was trying to be Mr. Cyberpunk or whatever. He's trying to do rock or whatever, rock rap.
Very hard to understand the 90s.
Twas the time after the magical '80s that just it was all over the place.
Yep.
Only
This
in the
is,
'90s because some shit like this exists.
yep. That was a good way of thinking about it.
I would say early '90s because after a certain
Yeah,
point, this stuff was direct to video. Like,
this would have been the year like 95. Would this have been a
yeah,
theatrical?
no, by '95, this would have been
Yeah.
direct to video, direct to HBO.
This could have beat Theodore Rex direct to video.
Yeah. But then again, if it was direct to video, neither of them would have been in it. Or at least one of them would have showed.
It would have been Andrew McCarthy, but not him.
Yeah.
Total, because he was direct to video by 94.
Yeah.
So he initially tried because he was like a husband in Joy Luck Club and he did some supporting stuff, right? And
Mhm.
it's like that
He
nobody
was
who
never
really,
leading guy
yeah,
till
till video. And so like nobody who did that shit, it never worked out for him. There's nobody who tried being like legit supporting and then a direct to video star and it worked out for him. Like, I don't know, Michael
and he tried to
Madsen
be
didn't work out for him.
I think he tried to be character actor guy too.
Yeah. And it just, he should have gotten a TV show. Like, he should have just settled into a TV show and just been done with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. He could have done a early edition or some shit.
Yeah. Like, instead of trying to reinvent him, like, as an asshole in the last one, as a dipshit in this one, like, his most popular characters were St. Elmo's Fire and Mannequin. Like, just do that. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, so they don't want to listen to the voodoo queen, and now they sound like goats because that means she's going to turn them into goats. That's the last time that's important until
Yeah,
it's
later on.
different. Yeah, but like they never do a getting their voice back arc. All right. I like how in the first movie they had that huge house, and in this movie it's a motel room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because their hotel rooms are already paid for. This is the set. Because when you think about it, wouldn't Bernie have a house out there or something?
Yep, that would make more sense. A timeshare. You could do a whole
Yeah.
bit with
Yeah,
somebody.
where another family is there or
Yep,
something. And
do a whole bit. You could do it. They hadn't left after Labor Day. You'd be tying it into the first one. Like,
yep. And there's a trailer shot.
yep.
Bernie's back.
Jonathan Holmes jumping, or no, Jonathan Silverman jumping on the bed like he's dating Katie Holmes. Wasn't it a little late for the denim shirt look, or no?
No, that's 93. That's what it was.
All right.
Dude, I was rocking that
Oh,
shit
I
in
was. I don't even
93.
want to talk about it. Like,
I had the whole Canadian tuxedo.
oh, oh. Fabric was more expensive back then. Children just don't understand. All right. So now this is a morning shot because they haven't gone to the bank yet. And so now they're finding Bernie asleep on the beach. Or and
Oh
just
no.
wait for the blocking on this because
Oh yeah. See that?
I don't know. How did they never? Okay, because this wasn't Miramax, so it's not like there was ever a rumor that Kevin Smith was going to reboot this. That totally seems like a rebootable
Oh
Kevin
my
Smith
god.
project.
Oh my god.
A fucking 45-minute mini movie with Blunt Man and Chronic and Bernie.
Him as Bernie. Kevin would play Bernie. And they would mix match. One of those guys would be Jason Lee. The other one would be Randall.
No, it couldn't be Randall because Randall wouldn't say yes. It would be
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
it'd be Dante. This is the Kevin Smith movie that he made with Dante.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Smith as Bernie, Dante as Jonathan Silverman, and then Jason Lee as Andrew McCarthy.
There you go.
And
That's how it works.
in that universe, Jason Lee never became a big star.
He's there
His
with the
eyes
eyes
are
open.
open. Yep. Terry Kiser, fucking, I hope he got paid for this. Like,
Yeah. He Hey, 90s beat. 90s beat. It's a 90s beat. 90s beat. Island beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 90s island beat. God, just park, dude. Oh, he just happens to be right there.
Yep. He's staked out the bank.
Hmm.
What's funny about this is, while it's not a Gladden Entertainment, it is from Victor Dre. You would think
Hmm.
Andrew McCarthy would have seen Mannequin 2, what they did with Mannequin 2, and would just be like, no, I'm
Oh,
not going to do this. Because
he
of the
was
two, Mannequin 2 is better than this fucking movie.
he was at the time. This is paycheck movie. You know, it's like we said.
Yeah.
It's like we said earlier. They got perks for this because they're barely in it. If not for
Yeah. They're
the
mostly,
scenes where
yeah.
they have to be there, and they're always aside from the earlier sequence, they're always together.
Yeah.
See, there we go, Richard. Oh,
Yep. Oh, look at Jonathan Silverman's got his sunglasses in his
accent
mouth.
is back.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yep. Okay. Yep. The only slight amusement is the rest of the movie is going to be Barry Bostwick getting his ass kicked. Okay.
The 1993 comedy sequel Weekend at Bernie's 2 this week on Siskel and Ebert.
They weren't expecting the drivers to be black. Okay. Far cry from the opening titles of the first one. When Andrew McCarthy shoving guns aside. Yeah, it's just like, oh, fucking Brat Pack. The 90s were rough. Everybody got Judd Nelson basically in the 90s at one point or another.
Judd Nelson started off early though.
Judd Nelson started off in what, 1987 or 86? Like, he
Have you
couldn't
seen
hold
Blue
that shit.
City?
Couldn't hold that shit together for 2 years.
But then again, Blue City could be a Brett adjacent movie because Ali Sheedy's in it.
Mm.
But it wasn't as bad as Out of Bounds though. Oh shit.
I feel like Terry Kiser would be great on the Muppets.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see him playing like Charles Grodin did in Muppet
Mm,
Caper.
because he's got the timing. Like,
Let's see with Dabney Coleman and what which one was that? Where he snatches up Gonzo's chicken.
is that the first one?
This shit was hilarious.
Okay. So all there is in the safety deposit box is a map. Which means we are 58 minutes in, and now the two
Uh,
the two plot lines are finally converging.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. Yep. Steve James is starting to like the
He's feeling it.
goats. Yep.
Around this time, Steve James was doing what a lot of American Ninja
Yep.
sequels.
He did at least four of them, right?
Yeah, there's got to be at least 4 or 5 of those because they switch leads, but he was always the sidekick.
All right. So Troy Bear's back, and Jonathan Silverman wants her help, but Larry told him that he got lucky last night, not that it was a bust.
Oh, burn! Surprised he has any friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there he's got
Wow.
the sunglasses like in the first one.
You know what Andrew
Oh,
McCarthy is trying to do? He's trying to do Kevin Dillon in Heaven Help Us.
oh, wow. If only. Oh, wow. That'd be so much better. That'd be so much better. Uh, okay, so he didn't hear the music until it just passed him, but not before it hit him.
And it's always amplified when he starts dancing. It becomes one with the soundtrack. Oot, 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 oot. And go. And go.
So they're pulling up right after Bernie leaves. This is the extravagant shooting day. They use the lobby.
See what I mean? They couldn't afford a house.
Mm.
McCarthy needs the master suite. Uh,
Mm. Okay, so if you look at Gary in the back there, he's got his Miami Vice suit on now too.
mm. Dude, why was that not Marsha Warfield?
Like nobody said yes to this movie. Like nobody.
Oh
Because
yeah,
yeah,
that whole
why didn't you do it as one of those movies where you just had endless cameos? Like,
right.
might as
Because if it
well.
wasn't Marsha Warfield, it would have been Whoopi. Oh no, Whoopi. This was like
Yeah, no.
Sister Act time, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, they're pretty sharp there. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Steve James. He's doing kind of a Herman Munster type of.
Uh-huh. So now Jonathan Silverman is going to die at nightfall. And we've got
This is straight out of the Bowery Boys.
about 20 minutes left, minus credits.
Wow.
Yeah. We're introducing this just to get some just keep the damn movie going. Like,
is there a reason why he has that jacket? 'Cause I don't think he ever wears it, does he?
I don't think so. Because he needs to move his hands. Okay, so she calls them up like she's waiting for them.
Right.
He gets there and there's no news. Like, oh my god.
She's so game. Like, she knows this is BS.
Okay, so here's finally Barry Bostwick
Being a creep.
being a creep, but
Oh,
he's finally
okay.
going to see
This I
Bernie.
remember now. Oh my god.
Do you remember how it ends?
Is this God, is this the Arrow? I know he's gonna like parasail and all that.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. There you go. There's your PG-13.
Whoa! PG-13. 93. Oh,
Okay. Off he goes on the very fake tree.
Very fake Bernie.
Yeah. Yep.
Just all types of island hilarity is ensuing.
Yep.
Stuntman. Oh,
Yep.
I
Yep. Yep. There's
Really?
a shark bit. Yep.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
Oh man.
What must be the only shark bit in a 90s movie that didn't have the Jaws theme? Slow motion.
Add something close to it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So now they're finding out about him being a
Bernie's
zombie.
hair's fuller in this too.
Yep.
That's what I noticed. He clearly doesn't have a tube.
That's a good point. It's another continuity gaffe between two.
Where's his hairpiece?
It's stapled on.
Yeah, it's stapled on, but look at his hair. Okay, so yeah, I remember this. They get the boat and
Nope. So Bernie can't hear the music underwater. And Larry's got an
so they get him
idea.
headphones and
Yeah. He walks underwater with headphones. and a Walkman underwater.
It happens to work underwater.
Just works. Okay, so now we have a full fucking subplot in the third act for Barry Bostwick and this police chief.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. He's driven crazy.
Yeah,
right.
At the last minute, they could have introduced it in New York, right? He could have been in a cab and he could have seen Bernie in the shopping cart, right? Any number of ways that this could have been real. Nope.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they could have totally been the bait and switch the whole time with him.
Yeah.
Of course, his hair is just, unkempt.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Wow, they just
Yep. They went and got
left him out there
gear.
on the beach.
Yep. Fine. They should have done a "Can I bury you?"
Right, where's that kid?
Yep.
Where's he? At 19.
All right, so
hey,
there
mister,
we
can I
go.
bury you?
And that's it. Bernie's got his headphones on. And okay, so this is actually surprisingly good.
This is cartoon
It's
shit.
a live action cartoon, yes, but it's surprisingly like either the look-alike Terry Kiser, the mask on the scuba guy, like they run with this. And I can't believe that they like this is competent underwater photography and shit. Like this is a really good underwater shot.
I wonder if this was in a tank somewhere though.
And yeah, like I don't know.
Because that couldn't be a full sub.
Perry Bostwick. All right, so then we got the scuba-ing, we got Bernie and coral and a blowfish. We got the double carrying the spear gun.
Yeah, that's totally not them.
No. Notice Richard couldn't swim yesterday.
Now he can swim.
Now he can scuba.
Bernie walking underwater to this Mario music.
And
it's such Mario level music. Look at what I found.
He's got a treasure chest.
He's got a treasure chest.
Oops.
Oops.
They broke the headphones. Slow motion.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a surprising level of competence for this movie. Like, this is a long ass underwater scene,
They might have blew a lot of the budget on this
right?
because it is pretty well done.
Dude, I think that's Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman.
That is them in the close-ups.
Yeah. Spent their entire budget on the scuba gear and the scuba lessons.
Don't forget their rooms.
Yep, that's true.
Accommodations for the stars.
Yep.
Okay, that is a dummy.
Yep. Okay. So much like Lando Calrissian's daughter being the only black girl in the Star Wars universe, the only black doctor is going to turn out to be Troy Baer's dad.
Oh yeah, that is him, right?
Yeah.
Looked like he was about to start laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how the hell did I get here? Another Bernie dummy double. There's Terry Kiser.
Okay. So there's only 12 minutes left. So really 8 minutes.
Mm.
If you'd been paying attention, you would have noticed the cart before when they first arrived. We established there's a tour cart.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Well, yeah.
now, yeah.
Oh, is this? That's the only funny part to me with the
Trailer moment.
right. No, the horse driver.
Yeah. 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 We're going to go full slapstick. Yep.
Come on, horse.
Yep. And now we get this.
Right. Eh.
Yeah. This is some real Land of the Dead shit. Like this is some real
Yeah.
this is some real the humans deserve to go shit. Like
He's got the shit tied on the arrow. God damn it. Fuck.
And
Yeah.
what was it like for Jonathan Silverman and Troy Barry to be shooting this thing? Was it just like, what are we doing here?
There, a lot of it was sure vacation time.
Oh,
It really looked like it was the middle of the day.
yep. Yep. They couldn't
Oh boy.
they didn't have to wait. Yeah, they just weren't running out of time with him. They're just, giving themselves time to save him. I don't actually think they ever get to nighttime.
No.
That was a dummy. What I also like is Larry said he was going to jump out and then he doesn't. Like it just is nothing. It just turns into destruction. Destruction's interesting. Kids love destruction.
And feathers.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's a bird.
There's a bird, a sat, and I was like, is the bird going to become a bit and talk for Bernie? I'd love that. It doesn't
Oh,
happen.
wow.
Does not happen.
Uh,
And wait for it. They get there in plenty of time.
money.
And
Oh.
that's why Marshall Warfield didn't say yes.
Right. You ain't gonna hit me with a
The
dead body.
cops running.
You're not gonna hit me in the head with a corpse.
Uh-huh.
uh,
Emmy Award nominee Barry Bostwick, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So the Voodoo Queen is knocked out, so she can't save Richie. But during their date, we established curses can be reversed.
this is definitely pickup work. McCarthy is very tan here.
Yeah. That's a good point. Okay.
Oh.
Need the blood of a virgin and wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Larry. What's so incredible to me is that they went back and cut the first movie to fit this. Like,
Okay, that's the type of thing, internet
it was
folks
pre-internet
pick up
though.
on, and
It was
but still,
pre-internet. Nah.
it's pre-internet, but still, there's always shit like that lingers with those Weekend at Bernie's fanatics. Oh, look at that!
Yep. Saved his life, so he's gonna wear the shirt. Okay. So Larry counted off $1 million really quickly earlier. We just missed that.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't belong to anybody, Richie.
Uh,
Okay. So Richie doesn't want to go with. He wants to go back to New York and be a
and be a bum.
whatever he was. But wait,
There
their
are girls.
their yacht is entirely staffed by women. Uh-huh. And now we get,
Oh,
yep,
they couldn't even afford to do cartoon mouths.
nope.
And look
And
who's pulling them along.
yep. And then this, like a still frame, like the hell.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I prefer Teen Wolf 2 to this.
Don't say that.
I think I have to say that.
No.
I don't
Teen Wolf.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
can't say that this is worse than Teen Wolf 2.
It's so much worse than Mannequin 2. It's so much worse. It's hilarious that the TriStar release is worse than the
But uh, I can't think of anything that stands out about Mannequin 2 though. Other than, hey, we brought back Hollywood.
mm, the
Okay, Terry Kiser maybe, but eh, he does that in his sleep, you know.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, don't hold me to it. No, I don't. Okay, I didn't watch this far. I assumed that there'd be more cartoons at the end. I didn't think it would just be
Oh, just
Bernie's
corpse
dead
Bernie,
head.
cartoon corpse Bernie,
Uh,
Bernie the animated corpse.
but they even drug out the credits because the credits, we got 3 more minutes of credits.
Well, it's the song. I guess they paid for this.
Ugh.
It's another little island ditty. Keep you bopping your head on the way out of the theater.
Yep.
And of
Or
course, if you
waking
had
up.
any sense,
You wouldn't have been there in the first place.
we would have been watching
Wait a
Jason Goes to
second.
Hell.
Wait a second. Florida casting. Did they not even
See?
film this in the Virgin Islands?
Right. It probably wasn't even the islands.
Why the fuck was it a.
There might
You
have
could
been a
have gone
couple of.
anywhere. You could have gone anywhere.
I bet you that that lobby was a Disney resort lobby.
Oh God.
Is
New York staff and crew. Come on, hurry up.
do.
All right. Here's some music for you.
All right.
Mm, animation by the Imagination Factory and Graz Entertainment. Okay, they didn't say anything about the crew for Florida or St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, right? So it probably wasn't
Oh,
even.
maybe it's coming up. No, maybe not. Or
Yeah, where's the special thanks?
Based on characters I create. Oh, additional Virgin Islands footage. Uh-oh, not a great sign.
Footage.
The first people they thank are the banks that lent them the money. Radio Shack, Virgin Islands Port Authority and Airport. Maybe Virgin Islands Federal Savings Bank.
Federal
Okay, maybe. Yep, there you go. Okay, they did film it
location.
on location. So
Beautiful United States
what
Virgin Islands.
what was the
Huh.
deal with Florida? Aw, that's nice.
Department of Economic Development.
Those poor bastards really thought it was going to be a good idea to make a fucking Weekend at Bernie's
All the
sequel.
beautiful people of the beautiful
I'm
island.
sorry, 1992?
It's copyright 92, but it was released 93. Right?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't think I knew that. I don't think I knew that they sat on that for a year. Wow.
Sure.
Good old TriStar. Yeah. So
Yeah, that was Weekend at Bernie's 2.
yeah. That was Weekend at Bernie's too. Don't see that movie.
Nah, it's not worth it.
No.
Unless you're a Weekend at Bernie's completist, I guess.
I guess, though, I feel like even as a completist, there are some
some sequels you can just leave alone.
Yeah, some things you just don't want to know about. However, we're not doing this to ourselves again next time.
No.
Instead, we're gonna do at least one really good movie and one serviceable Runaway to Canada sequel.
Oh,
We'll be doing FX and FX2.
Yes. The Deadly Art of Illusion.
Deadly Art of Illusion. With the two Brians, Brian Brown, Brian Dennehy.
Brian Brown and Brian Dennehy.
And sticking to the New York location, at least for the first one.
And it's another, well, I don't think we've done that yet, but the first one is rated R.
Oh,
and
yeah.
FX2 is PG-13.
Oh yeah, yes. You want your sequels to be younger to
And it was so
you know
FX2
what?
was clearly aimed at younger kids.
Why the fuck didn't they just do that with Bernie's? Why didn't they just do a fucking PG? Because if you'd just done a PG sequel, you could have had Andrew McCarthy be a jackass, but you would have had to take out all the sex jokes, which might have helped it. You would have had Richie be more cartoonish, which might have helped it. And you could have done more bits. Like, okay, never mind. I just
Yeah, you're thinking too much about Weekend
I'm
at Bernie's.
sorry, I said that. I'm sorry, everyone. We'll not be trying to fix Weekend at Bernie's too. I apologize.
No. Right where it needs to be.
Yep. Okay, so next time, FX. Brian Brown, Brian Denny, Joe Grafasi, Mason Adams, Cliff DeYoung. Shit, what's her name? Diane Venora.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Shit, man. I think I might watch that now.
You're gonna watch that now. You got to get ready. I've seen it in the last couple of years. You got to get ready.
I haven't seen part 2 in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen 2. All right, folks. Have a good night.
Let's close her up now.
Wow. All right.